Welcome to the next episode of WaterparkRangers. Let's play Wind Waker. Last episode we cleared out Fire Mountain, meaning that we got the treasure there that helps us lift and throw very heavy objects. We also cleared out Two-Eye Reef here, which I called Five-Eye Reef by mistake last episode. Before we cut ahead to me going to the sea platform in this quadrant, I think I'll just take a brief moment to mention that I've caught myself saying Wind Waker without a D in wind a lot. I guess that's just because the D in wind is very subtle. It doesn't sound right saying wind. Alright, we're at the sea platform here. This is a very unique sea platform among sea platforms. One of the few that really I don't have much of a problem with because it's not so just repetitive as the others. Though I do have a problem with Cargrox pecking me before I can get onto the stupid Damn you, tide! Let me climb, thank you. Alright, up here, look what we've got. Tons of bokoblins, and also giant ice things. That's why I saved this platform for so long, is because you need fire arrows to see what's underneath there. I've actually never saved them up before for this exact moment, so I'm kind of excited to see what's inside that ice once we melt it with fire arrows. So basically just tons of bokoblins up here. So many in such a small space, like 10. And so just wreck them, throw them off the platform. You've got Cargrox too, but they seem to forget about our existence a lot due to the weird programming schematics of the enemy in this location. Kind of like the Darknet did in Tower of the Gods. And there's some weird enemy recognition thing that goes on with the programming of this game. I'm no expert, so I can't tell you why. It's just kind of quirky. There are also no turrets here, so you can't use bombs to get any extra turret treasures. So just use fire arrows to melt that ice. Oh, so a fairy was under this one. Very nice. And under this one, 20 rupees. Awesome. This one, and this one. Oh, another fairy? Wow, lots of fairies. They're so generous. And nothing under that one, so that was a waste. Anyway, I guess that was kind of worth it. 20 extra rupees, plus a 50 in the chest. That's not spare change. We're going to be heading to an island west of here, so I'm going to cut ahead right here. This particular island, it's known as Headstone Island. It's an island which is important to the quest. So that's what I'm going to let you know about it for now. You can use the Deku Leaf here to unearth rupees, so I'm going to do that for a moment now. Okay, I've just finished recovering all those rupees, which are located underneath the sand there. You can only do that trick once. I'd spent quite a long time doing it, as you can see my rupee counter's gone up, so I just cut ahead through all of it. So in here we got something really weird. Giant stone tablet that has a very long Wind Waker song on it to play. So to play with all those notes, instead of holding it to the left, I believe you need to hold it to the right. The control stick, that is. So just follow along with the song. And, what? I did it wrong! Oh, crap, I didn't mean for that to rhyme! I hate doing rhymes, especially when they're unintentional. We are brothers who like to rhyme. In fact, we do it all the time. Yeah, we got the Earth Gods lyric. Something about Earth in a game about wind. Who would have thunk it? Earth God. Remember the King of Red Lions mentioned the temples of Earth and Wind. So that's a hint of things to come. O great hero, chosen by the Master Sword, my name is Larudo. I am a Zora sage. For an age I offered my prayers here in the Earth Temple, praying that the power to repel evil would ever remain within the Master Sword. And yet, unfortunately, due to Ganondorf's evil designs, the Master Sword you hold has lost this power. After his defeat at the hands of the Hero of Time, Ganondorf was sealed away, but not for all time. He was revived, and he returned to Hyrule in a red wrath. He attacked this temple and stole my soul, knowing that he had to remove the power contained in that enchanted blade. In order to return the power to repel evil to your sword, you must find another to take my state in this temple, and ask the gods for their assistance. You must find the one who carries on my bloodline, the one who holds this sacred instrument. Nothing can stop the flow of time or the passing of generations, but the fate carried within my bloodline endures the ravages of all the years. It survives. The song you just conducted is one which will open the eyes of the new sage, and awaken within that sage the melody that will carry out prayers to the gods. The door that blocks your way will only open when the sage plays that song. May the winds of fortune blow with you. Lots of winds in this game. We got the winds of fortune, the winds of chance, or fate. I gotta look through the dialogue again and see all the winds that they talk about. And obviously wind's a big part of the dialogue. I mean, even the ghostly sages disappear in a thing of wind. Even though that's the sage of the Earth Temple. Obviously, wind is a huge thing in the Wind Waker. No duh. Anyway, so now we have to find the successor to that sage in order to open up the door, basically. So, you might be wondering, where on earth do we start? Oh god, was that another pun? Where on earth? Oh, I hate myself. This is all unintentional, I hope you know that. Also, I caught myself just in the nick of time. I forgot that there's a treasure here that I haven't pulled up yet. Though I guess I kind of deserve to miss it after saying all those unintentional puns and rhymes. Ugh. Anyway, it's located here at Headstone Island. I guess for some reason I didn't feel like getting it immediately as soon as I saw it. It should be right here. Oh yeah, other interesting fact. That character Laruto in there, that's a Zora. Zora's appeared in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, as well as in some other games, but in those they generally appeared as just standard enemies. In Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, though, they're actually an entire race of fish-like creatures, I suppose. Fish-like beings. Is a more politically correct way of addressing them. Anyway, from here we're going to be using our Ballad of Gales to get out of here and find the descendant of the Zora Ancestor Sage. It's on Dragon Roost Island. I'll say that much. We're going to warp there right now. It's nice to know that we're finally getting back into the story, because I'll admit, doing all these side quests kind of does make you lose focus, although I enjoy certain ones that happen at a later point in the game, because they kind of tie into the main story a bit more. Doing all these side quests, it's kind of like it throws you off the pacing. I mean, I'm the last person to admit that Wind Waker has great pacing, considering that the second half of this game has a ton of side quests. But it's just nice to move from story event to story event sometimes. It's more involved, I suppose. Oh, anyway, we can finally afford that damn expensive thing in the mailbox, which was 201 rupees, now that we have over 600 of them. Cash on delivery, we can pay for it. To the esteemed Mr. Fairy Person, thank you very much for your purchase. Enclosed is an incredible chart. This chart will show you where you can find the Triforce charts. I want you to use it to find lots of them. They are my favorite kind of charts. And also, sir, have you been checking your Tingle chart? Have you seen those giant fairy marks? Follow the chart to them and your fortune will increase greatly. Tingle. This chart, the incredible chart. The best chart in the game. This is going to help you immensely in your search for the Triforce shards. So let's have a look at it here. Shows you where all the Triforce charts are located. Basically, you gotta find the Triforce charts before you can find the shards. So that's how that works. 8 quadrants of the Great Sea are dedicated to those shards. We're gonna save that for later. Technically, the search for them could have began long ago, but we will do it at a later point. That was a pretty sick That was a black flip. That was a pretty sick backflip right there. Damn, I'm twisting my tongue saying simple words. Anyway, the person who we're looking for is going to be out over here. I should also mention, very special thing, before you go and talk to this person and try the Earth God's lyric, if you're doing the figurine gallery, you want to do this first. I'm showing you this because this is actually a one-time pictograph. I'm showing you all the one-time pictographs, remember? Ones that you only get one chance to do. This is one of them. Stand up here. Use the Song of Passing. It has to be morning at this point in the game. Remember, don't go up that ladder. Don't talk to the person up there. And do not play the Earth God's lyric anywhere around there. So, morning arrives. Please, thank you. And over there's a Rito. Just an inconspicuous Rito. Well, why does this one have to have its picture taken care of now? Well, because strangely, after the cutscene that happens, this Rito simply disappears from the programming of the game and you can never get its pictograph, and that means you can never get its figurine. So, now that we have it, we don't have to worry about that. I guess I'm going to save pretty shortly afterwards, because screwing that up is a huge screw-up. That's like something that's irreversible. It can't be fixed unless you start the second quest. Even then, you can mess it up in the second quest and then just completely lose the chance again. So as you can see, we've got a red rupee down there that I didn't grab earlier. Let's see if I can use my boomerang to get it. Looks like we should have used our grappling hook, but can we get it this way? Oh yeah! We'll cut ahead right here.